coming up this weekend, as we just reminded you, and as we have a pair of tickets to give away. Coming up here, you will see San Diego State taking on Utah State, Sdsu Stadium. You can listen to it right here on Xtra 1360, of course, if you want to go. Again, we have some tickets. Kickoff 7:30. Pregame coverage here starts at about 5:30. Myles Cheatum is not a player that I've spoken to before, but he is a senior defensive end. He's 3-0. He's getting set for Utah State with what is considered to be an NFL caliber quarterback in Jordan Love. And we welcome Myles Cheatum to the program. Myles, Darren Smith, good to speak with you.
Thank you, Darren. Thank you for having me.
I appreciate it. I got to be honest. Like I said, I've watched you and I've heard your name called a lot during some of these broadcasts, and you're going on senior season. But doing a quick Google search on you, Myles, something popped up here. We found your LinkedIn account. That's not an everyday occurrence. Is that you? You have a LinkedIn account?
I do. I do have a LinkedIn account.
What's that all about?
Our career development staff does a great job. And last spring, I was taking a career development class through the staff, and one of the things that they suggested, preparing for life after football, was that I go ahead and make a LinkedIn account, and that is me that you found online.
Okay, like I said, that has never happened to me before, where I've done a simple Google search for anybody, a college athlete or a pro athlete, and a LinkedIn account showed up first. So congratulations, you're the first time that's ever happened.
Hope that looks good. I'm versatile, so.
Do you want people to find you on LinkedIn if they have prospective opportunities for you in your post-playing career?
Without a doubt. Anybody that's listening or watching, you definitely can reach out to me on LinkedIn, as well as any of your different social media outlets.
Good. I like that. You're networking already. That's what college is all about. You guys are 3-0. I love it. You're 3-0. Tell me, which of the games, from a defensive standpoint, which of the games has been the best game that you guys have played so far?
All of them. We're 3-0. I don't think necessarily one stands out more than the other. I think the way we approach every game is its own game. So you never really look at one as bigger than the other. So I think they're all pretty good.
But there wasn't one game where you watched the film back where you said, okay, that was us at our very, very best. There's always something to improve on. I'm sure Brady Hoke is telling you that. Rocky Long is telling you that as well. But of the three games here, you think they've all been just about the same so far, resulting in a 3-0 record?
No. I think every week we're progressively getting better, which I think is one of the really good things about what I'm seeing on tape, is that, from the first game to the second game to the third game, every week it looks like we're getting better as a team. Offense, defense, special teams, we're starting to really gel, and you can see it on tape. I think that's, probably what I'm most proud of.
All right.
The 3-0 start.
We're chatting with Myles Cheatum, San Diego State, this weekend at home against Utah State. This is the first time now that you're playing conference. Can you tell us what it's like the week of a game? I know they're all supposed to be the same, but still, at home against the conference opponent, what's the difference between this game and the other three that you played so far?
Well, one of the things we really strive to achieve within our program is to win the conference championship. Right now we're working on winning 22. So this is the first step on that journey. Conference is where you build that legacy towards hopefully attaining that goal. And I think conference games they mean a little bit more because there's a little bit more on the line.
It's interesting, and this caught me by surprise. I don't know that this is something, Myles, that you discuss at home or something that you discuss in the locker room or something that's brought up by your coaching staff. But are you aware of the fact that you guys are underdogs to Utah State this weekend?
Not really. I wasn't aware of that till now. But they're a great team. They have a great quarterback, and actually they have really good skill players all over the field. So that doesn't surprise me. We're not new to being the underdog in this particular role. So I think it's something that we handle well, and we look forward to the challenge and the opportunity.
You said that it's not new to you, something that you handle well. I'm almost sensing here, I don't want to put words in your mouth, Myles, I'm almost sensing maybe you guys sort of relish the role of being underdogs.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't necessarily say relish the opportunity to be an underdog. I think everyone likes to have people that believe in you, but I think just the mentality that we have within our program is that we believe in ourselves, we believe in each other, and at the end of the day, that's all we really need to do what we need to do.
Myles Cheatum is the senior defensive end for San Diego State. San Diego State this weekend is taking on Utah State, 7:30. You can listen to it right here on Xtra 1360. Tell us a little bit what you know so far, and it's only Tuesday, so I don't know how much film work you've already done, but tell us what you know about Jordan Love, the quarterback for Utah State.
Elite. First word that comes to my mind. Very elite, very quick release, a lot of talent, very mobile. Just really a great all-around player. I know he's very highly touted, and I'm definitely looking forward to the opportunity of sharing the field with him.
You guys haven't faced, I'm trying to think now, last time you guys played Utah State, have you faced them? This is your senior season. You've been around a little while, Myles. Have you faced him before?
I have, at Utah State. I want to say my redshirt freshman year.
So he'd been around a while too. So what do you remember about that experience?
It was very cold. It was raining. I played towards the end of the game. I think actually me and I think Kiaba shared the field that game. So I remember there was a play, quarterback was rolling out and I was chasing him, and then I just see a blur flying by me, and I'm pretty sure Kiaba hit him. So, and that was early in our careers. So. I definitely remember that.
Speaking of Kiaba, if I'm getting my information correct here, and this is Myles Cheatum, Aztec senior defensive end, you are roommates with Juwan Washington, Kiaba, and Chaz Collins. Is that right?
I am. We currently live together for the past 2 years.
Okay. What is that living arrangement like? How did the four of you? Is there anybody else, or is it the four of you?
The four of us.
Okay. How did that arrangement come to be?
I don't want to take all the credit, but I would like to say I set it in motion. But no, I think probably going into Christmas break 2 years ago, I let Juwan and Kiaba know that like I was definitely trying to live with them when we moved from the apartment style living into more of a permanent residence in a house. And then I know Chaz had transferred in from Arizona State, and he was real close with us as well. So it just kind of all fell into place perfectly.
Now, what do you guys do when you're at home? I mean, I'm not trying to invade your privacy here.
No,
I'm just, what do you know? Because that's an interesting house. Is it a lot of football talk? Are you guys gamers? What are you doing?
Everything. It just depends on the day. Tuesdays we host Taco Tuesdays for the team. Sundays, our house, and then a couple of other teammates. We all go out to eat, hanging out the house. We watch movies, play video games, talk a little bit of trash. We're obviously all competitors, so it gets a little heated at times. Hang out, just kind of kick back, and then also talk football. And it's fun, especially usually Saturdays after the game when we get back. It might be late at night. We'll all sit in the living room and just debrief on the game and what's going on and who we got next. And it's a very blessed experience.
Who is the best cook in the house?
Let them tell it. They'll say Kiaba. Just because it's more frequent with him. He usually does the tacos and stuff like that. But if you ask me, I think I'm the best cook because I make the most exotic food that still tastes really good. Okay.
Now, I do know that you were born in Greece. Is that what we're talking about when we're talking about the most exotic food that you would be cooking for people?
It just depends. I like to say I can cook anything you like to eat. So I prefer seafood. So my favorite is probably seafood Alfredo.
Seafood Alfredo. So if I showed up at your house and you were cooking dinner, I would expect seafood Alfredo.
Just depends on the day, but you might have to bring a couple ingredients, but I think we can make that happen.
Alfredo sauce out of a jar, or do you make your own Alfredo sauce?
Homemade.
Homemade Alfredo? What? Really?
Yeah.
Huh. All right. It doesn't come out. It's not one of those add milk and stir it around on the surface of the stove.
Never.
Homemade Alfredo sauce in your house.
Absolutely.
All right, dude. Listen, I don't know what Kiava's making, but that's sort of tough. Who's the?
Don't get me wrong. His tacos are really good. Really, really good.
Okay. Who's the slob in the house? Who's the guy you always have to pick up after?
Oh man, I think it rotates.
Who's the neat freak in the house?
Kiaba.
Kiaba
and Chaz.
They iron their own clothes?
Very clean.
Do they iron their own clothes, or what's the deal?
They do. Everyone does their own laundry and stuff like that, but just making sure that everything's in order all the time, definitely Chaz and Kiaba.
Who does the best Brady Hoke impression?
Nobody. I haven't heard it.
Come on, man. Somebody on that team does everybody around town has heard a Brady Hoke impression.
You might just have to come to practice one day to hear it in person.
I've heard it before. I've seen it on the field. I've talked to him on the radio. I've seen him out at social events. He's got a very unique voice.
Incredible guy.
Yeah, all right.
Best coach I could ask for.
I feel like you're keeping something from us here, Myles.
Oh, never. It's not in my makeup.
Hey, Myles, you need to get around the end.
That's not bad. That's not bad. Did you give it to him when he was on the phone?
Yes, but when he was the head coach, we used
Yeah.
to do it all the time, of course, way back when. All right, it's a big one. It's a big one heading into the bye this weekend. So, it'd sure be nice to go into the bye 4-0, wouldn't it?
Absolutely. Always expect to win, show up, do your best, and then live with the results.
I love it. Well, you can find Myles Cheatum on LinkedIn. You can find him on a bunch of different social media channels. As I said, that is a total first for me to start doing research on a prospective guest and find him on LinkedIn. So kudos to you. You can accept my request a little later. How about that?
Absolutely. Sounds good.
Thank you, buddy. Appreciate it. Good luck this weekend.
Thank you so much for having me, Darren. Tell Marty and Jim I say hello as well.
Thank you. Good stuff. Nicely done, Myles.
All right.
See you, bud. Thanks.
Bye-bye.